Hey everybody, I'm John Granado, and that's Lance Zerline. You can hear us mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet so you get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. Lance, when you continue to see the Astros connected to Wilson Contreras, and now Murphy and Vasquez, Martin Maldonado posted on his IG story, how fast people forget, I don't forget. He's all in his feelings. Let me ask you a question about this. I understand they just won a championship and he was a vital cog. He was also a 170 hitter. He also was really, you had to pinch hit for him in the postseason. If Yuli's not in his feelings after Jose Abreu signing and what Yuli did in the postseason, is it right for Martin Maldonado to be in his feelings like this?
I can't say what's right or wrong. I mean, it's how he feels. I can't say what it should be for him. If that's the way he feels, that's the way he feels. I think that you can't, the Astros have bent over and gone out of their way to make sure that Martin Maldonado is the primary catcher. Even with the more talented hitter and Christian Vasquez on the team last year, they still go out of the way to make sure that Machete is the guy. So, he should feel very, very honored that the Astros think that highly of him, despite having issues from a hitting standpoint. They don't care. They love him defensively, but this is the way it is. If he were hitting 240, even 230, they wouldn't even be looking at anyone else.
But he's not. He's not that hitter.
Right.
He's just not that guy. And look, Yuli was that guy in the postseason. He was great in the postseason, and they still made the move for Abreu. And Wilson Contreras can hit much like that. He is that kind of hitter that you would go, holy crap, that is a huge, huge upgrade. You need to upgrade your beer is what you need to do. And if you're not drinking Coors Light, then you need to. And that would be an upgrade. It's wonderful. I was with somebody yesterday, as a matter of fact, and he said, man, I just enjoy, I don't know why, but I just really enjoy the taste of Coors Lights. It is my beer. So if you haven't tried it yet, if you're with those other light beers, try Coors Light. And I'm going to tell you this, you're going to be with it. It keeps Texas chill. Keep Texas chill, baby. Try your Coors Light. And now, Lance, and also there's Giner down there, and Corey Lee down there in the minors. And yet they're out there. This is Jim Crane, though. This is maybe the new way to go about it. They are not going to stand pat. I don't know that they're going to have patience on young guys. They're going out and they're spending money and they're getting big-name players.
Yeah, you can't say they're going for it because they're already there, but Jim Crane is not resting on his laurels, and the team's not going to. Now, you hung on to Montero. That was your guy, but you actively gave him an aggressive contract because you want to maintain that status quo that's in the bullpen. And I think, some of the names we're hearing about, we heard the Astros were going to be active participants at the trade deadlines for some of these players, and it never really materialized. They had Mancini, obviously, they added, and Will Smith they added, but they didn't add the names and they added Vasquez. Will Smith was before the trade deadline, but they added Vasquez. And so they didn't have the biggest names, but they were active. But we also have seen James Click go, so maybe Jim Crane wants a more aggressive approach and is now that Click is out, is going to take the reins himself.
Well, look at the positions that they're going. I mean, Chaz, they're still looking for a center. They're talking about Brandon Nimmo or whomever that they want to upgrade in center field. They're trying to upgrade when they've got Corey Lee and Jiner Diaz in the minor league system that we all thought. Now, the one thing that they're not is pitching. They will bring pitchers up. Hunter Brown, I guess Justin Verlander is gone, so I guess Hunter Brown is going to be a guy that's going to be a major part of the rotation, if not the rotation, but in there as that sixth guy or maybe even higher. We don't know. They've done that with Garcia. They've done that with Framber. They've done that with Urquidy. They've done that with Abreu. They just keep on bringing the young guys up, but that doesn't seem to be the way they do things at the positions either.
No, and maybe they just don't have as much confidence in those players coming up. Chaz has had some success. Jake has been flashed. He's flashed here and there. Jose Siri flashed here and there before he was dealt. So maybe they don't have as much confidence in those guys. Maybe they don't think the top end is as high. And so that could be part of it. And maybe they just want guys who right now are going to help right now. They didn't have Brantley last year. They're obviously going in a different direction than Yuli. They still want to find the center fielder of the future. I give Jim Crane credit. I mean, a lot of guys would just win the World Series, raise ticket prices, and let's go. And let's just keep it the same and try to make sure our costs are down.
Thing is, though, this has been an organization that has won and won big with young players that are in, they're still under team control, and even before they get to arbitration. So it's an interesting whether or not everything from analytics and everything else is shifting with this organization now.